This one though was the most underwhelming PSL.
Super underwhelming.
Oh my god, yeah.
They didn't even do the music live on the opening.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Systematic. I have with me the famous Sabah Bano Malik, internet person, and Umar Zulfikar Ali, friend of Sabah's. Guys, thank you so much. I tried to keep a straight face, but it's just...
I was beaming the whole time.
I kept a straight face.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Guys, we're still recording, by the way. Yeah. This is going on air.
What?
Yeah.
I thought we were just hanging out.
So we have so much to discuss. Drone attacks on stadiums. We have the PSL, which apparently has been shifted now.
UAE.
Has it? UAE. Wow. Wonderful.
No one ever dislikes them, so totally great move.
It's a Pakistani pastime, right? Like Guyani, or let's just go to UAE. Right? And there's so much more that we want to discuss as well. So
जंग भी दुबई
में कर लेते हैं, podcast दुबई में कर लेते हैं.
I think we were all waiting to hopefully they'll outsource the war over there since they won't send their army here, but turns out.
No, there's some things you have to eventually do yourselves.
Yeah.
Guys, PSL 2025, right? Apart from a war stopping it right in the middle or delaying it, how has the overall experience been? Sabah?
So I've only really watched it in passing because I live with my family, and if they put it on the TV, then so be it. But I opted from the minute they announced that their song was going to be sang the way that it was, I was like, I'm not interested in this. I feel like it was Ali Zafar, God help your comments. But I just don't understand, why, I think half the people that watch cricket are women, believe it or not. We're half the people of the world, so why would you continue to platform someone
Let me write that down, yeah.
Right? I'm if that's a direct fact, why continue to platform someone that not only is has this thing chasing him that he has not been cleared of, by the way, but also just the fact that there's so much more you could do, and it just kind of it feels deliberate to me. That have you we're not woke, we're just cricket or something, and it's okay.
Nee, looking at all the talented box, have you run out of artists to do this?
Exactly. And as one of our biggest exports to the world, I think I used to have a podcast about PSL, and one thing we talked about is this is such an opportunity to launch the rest of us, right? Bring up your other people who do commentary, your podcasters, your musicians, your fashion designers. Pakistan needs the help, so do it. And instead you're who does everyone not think about except to say feminism is bad? That's the one. So I think that's very odd.
Yeah, I think when you have an artist who will always have an asterisk next to his name.
Yeah.
I mean, you have such amazing talent in Pakistan. The type of music that's coming out of this. I mean, it's I think a shame, really.
Yeah, why are you letting me immediately gonna sound like a conspiracist uncle, but why are you letting foreign entities come in?
The foreign hand.
And we're there within 3 minutes.
Rather early in the podcast, but the foreign hand has emerged.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're just foreign funding, and why are they picking up talent from every corner of Pakistan, right? And producing this incredible music that is hitting everywhere in the world. But you can't so much as hand a mic to somebody for 1 second that is just not this person. And I think the best PSL song we all know, the Nasibullah one, number 1. Right?
Yeah, I mean that I don't think there's much debate there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why? So for me, that alone was just a slap in the face because
and even that song initially had a lot of hate.
Yeah, because they were oh no, she sounds Pakistani and Punjabi. We hate that. Make her sound, I guess, Ali Zafar. I don't know. And then just the way the response to this song has been, what? Have you seen the song?
No.
Have you?
No, I honestly.
Yeah, you were no, thank you.
I mean, I've been watching the PSL, but on my radar, it didn't register that there was a new song.
Oh, they always got a song. And
don't the cities have songs as well, the teams?
So this time I didn't even pay attention to that. I feel I don't think they did it this time. Not that I know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they did. Normally it's the big part of it.
I've been hearing songs about Karachi, while watching while somebody's been flipping the channels. I think they've done a few of these.
Okay.
Anyway, we
I
will
remember they
correct
all
this in
came up
post.
with like
Yeah.
a theme song initially.
I remember when PSL launched, I was working for a magazine at that time, so
Yeah.
we got to hear the songs first.
Okay.
And so listen to all of them in Quetta sounded like it had been recorded on like a 90s tape. You know, like those
Yeah.
Home Alone tape recorders
Or
that
the
they used to have?
Gladiators.
Yeah, literally. It was so sad. And in that moment, I was like, this is my team right here. I was like, I gotta, for my people. Like, we didn't even get real
Yeah.
budget for music. So.
Cassette quality.
Yeah, and then I abandoned them 3 years ago, and I was like, you know what? I was a Lahore fan from day one, and now I'm not a fan of PCB. That's the other problem, I think, is like cricket has sucked. So like, what are we excited for?
We discussed this in our previous podcast as well. But do you feel like this PSL is suffering from this general fatigue or this lack of interest because you have, say, a national team that isn't performing as well?
100%.
Absolutely.
And you think that's impacting the game?
Absolutely, 100%. I've seen highlights of every game so far, but I haven't watched all of the games live. I'll confess that, and a large part of it is because I'm just not that interested this year. I feel that the product has been declining. The level of competition isn't what it used to be. I mean, if you look at the games, every second game has been like 230 runs, 200 runs, 240. The other day there was a game where two guys in the same game got centuries.
Wow.
In a T20 match.
Sir, ये quality क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
So, I mean, it just doesn't feel like the bowlers are just there to be.
Yeah, it's softball
just
now.
there for what?
Yeah.
So I mean, the product to me isn't worth the time that I would invest. You know, to take out an entire evening, sit down, go through the games. It's just not worth it to me this year.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah,
It's kinda
that's sad.
And I'm the type of person that will watch Zimbabwe play a test match all 5 days. But
I'm the kind of person who will leave my home as soon as that is on my television. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that for 5 days.
I mean, for whatever reason, like the entertainment aspect wasn't there. The competition wasn't as robust. I felt it was a Zabardasti tournament.
That's what it feels like.
It
Like they're
feels कि
ticking
ज़बरदस्ती से
boxes.
हो रहा है.
It's
Yeah.
not exciting. And then
Yeah.
I'm about to say something, but there people in my home are watching IPL.
This has been. Thank you, Saba. It's been wonderful to have you on the
But
show.
if you just
And-
compare the crowds,
Yeah,
I'm
of
saying
course,
like, you
of
know,
course. Compare the overall product, right?
Yeah,
like
like-
what you're consuming.
so
It's-
big PSL, like PSL, I mean, a huge cricket fan. I did not like sports until I started watching cricket genuinely, and this was just not that long ago. And like, I bought merch because I was like, oh, I love I
Wow.
love Pakistan cricket. I really support it. But then I like to
and
buy.
you bought all the merch.
I bought a lot of merch, and the
Wow.
caps came. Like I
Yeah.
got baseball caps, and you know, for children they make caps with like soft in it in case they bonk their heads to like keep them safe. They had that as the cap. Like it was literally made out of like styrofoam and dreams.
And do they sell that to everyone or just you?
I don't know. Maybe it was targeted at me because I kept tagging them and being like, y'all should sponsor me. Because let me tell you something, I got their green sweatshirt sold out.
Oh,
and I
wow.
take full credit for that.
Wow.
So I'm just like, why are the hats
You're
like
the reason
this?
I bought merch.
Boom, there we go. And I'm so sorry for that.
I mean, it's okay.
Except, did you get the green sweatshirt?
I did not. I got the Quetta Gladiators, but like I feel like it was a knockoff.
Yeah.
Because like you know how it was easy to get Zalmi t-shirts?
Yeah.
It was really hard to find merch for any other team.
Well, Zalmi
Initially.
put money where it mattered.
They did.
Like, that's the thing that
Yeah.
bothers me about PSL. It's like, how are you getting like broker by the years? Like, this has been going on for so long. Like, the minute someone hits the ball, there's 900 ads. So, like, I'm so confused where the money is going because it's not into respecting your fans at all. Your t-shirts suck. Your merch sucks. You can't make nice hats. Like, do you know who makes hats for other countries' sports teams?
We do.
Our dumbasses. So, like, why aren't you just getting the same people to do it? It's so weird to me. It's just disrespectful.
I hadn't thought of that before.
Yeah. Hey, PCP. They don't let you tag them,
No, that's a
actually.
legitimate.
Dude, when
one,
it comes
right?
to
Yeah.
Like, we make
textile
sporting
apparel and
goods
stuff like
for
that, yeah.
the entire world.
Yeah.
Man, I think this is so now the reason is, why are we seeing this decline? What are the underlying issues that you feel is causing this? Is this bad management? Is this my favorite character? What's his face? PCB chairman, interior minister. Every other position in the interior minister. क्या है उसका नाम यार? Mohsin Naqvi.
He's still the chairman?
Yeah.
I thought he.
No,
he didn't.
He's there.
No, you thought wrong, my friend. Right? You have too optimistic a view on life.
I mean, when they talk about it,
I just want peace in our lifetime.
Yeah, honestly,
that's all
I just want peace and money and no one to talk to me. Like, those are the three things I want.
What that mean? I don't want peace. I only want problems.
But,
you seen that?
I just want an exciting life. No, but they just to bring my point, like why I talked about the song first and why I'm talking about merch. Like, obviously it's not like cricket, but it's about the fans, and it's about us trying to understand like we're spending the money, the time, so like where is it going?
It's
so
the experience.
It is mismanagement. And then our team itself, like they are talented players. Like I know people want to like shit on the players, that this and that, but like they're only going to respond to the environment of training and money and everything that's being put into them. So if you're not going to give them what all these other people are getting in all these other countries, then like why would they perform to that level? So like in the redacted championship that only traitors are watching, which I am not one. It's in my periphery.
But anyway, those people.
Yeah, those people, like, they have players as young as like 17, 18, and you're seeing them kick ass. And why? Because they have homegrown training camps and they invest so much money into this product literally for their country. Not to sound so dramatic, but that is what it is, right? Like it's not privately owned cricket, it's nation. So why aren't we doing that? That we're making this so financially successful that we can have our lights on for most of the day. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me that we don't want to make money through this. We just are kind of like take it and go. And to our players also. It feels like that's how they treat the players.
So I think goes back to your point, not respecting the fans enough, right?
Yeah.
Not respecting the people who are spending their hard-earned money, or people who want this to be a form of entertainment for their families and for themselves.
Absolutely.
You have to give that to, in Pakistan, I feel this is like a general issue, right? You don't give a damn about the ultimate consumer, the ultimate customer. You just put a product there. And I think
also, I'm sorry to cut you off. There's also a very disturbing lack of professionalism within the PCB management, I feel. So every time we crash out of a tournament or the PSL is a disaster, I almost never put the blame on the shoulders of the players, right? Because they're a product of their circumstance.
Facts.
I think it's justifiable to point fingers at the PCB, the management. I'm not sure who the people are that are in charge of this tournament, but I think it's fair to say that some constructive criticism is warranted. There's no professionalism, and I think that shines through the fan experience. Have you ever been to a PSL match?
Yes.
Have you been to any match?
It's a horrible experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Right?
why whenever
Like
Karachi
you have to
Stadium.
walk half a kilometer to
Yeah.
get there.
First of all, you have to go through high intense prison,
Yeah.
and get there.
Maximum security.
And
prison.
the
Maximum
Karachi
security.
Stadium, you're literally watching like through this.
Yeah.
I took my kids to one of the New Zealand games, Pakistan New Zealand Pindi Stadium, and we're going through this rush. My wife is there, and I'm trying to protect the boys and this and that, and get through there, and it's insanity. And we get to their one check post. They check all your stuff, ticket. Then you get to the final one, where police khadi hoti hai. And I have a 6-year-old, and the police guy, he looks at us this and that, and he just takes my 6-year-old, picks him up from his head, and lifts him up, and then puts him down. I said, "What the hell were you doing, dude?" I mean, it was just the most bizarre experience, and like I'm sitting throughout the match and saying, "It's a guy who just picked my kid up from his head."
What did you say anything? Are you in shock?
I was just in shock. I'm still in shock. Anyhow,
Why would he do that?
this is the abuse of the uniform, right? But anyhow, yeah. So that's
What a strange choice
This is-
to intimidate a family by
I was
just.
gonna complain about the fact that pani khatam ho jata hai, but that's
Crazy.
बच्चों को they are guillotining or they're hanging kids there.
Oh my
ठीक है, these
God.
PSL matches or these cricket matches
There was
are
a kid
rough.
sitting in front of me before they banned the vuvuzelas or whatever the hell they're called. You know,
Vuvuzelas,
that
yeah.
damn horn. There was a kid sitting in front of me blasting blasting that thing. And I was like, I'm going to be on TV as the auntie who snatched it and beat this kid because it was awful.
Do you know that nobody would have blamed you? Right? You would have been a national hero.
Me and all the uncles were just sitting there like this, glaring at this kid.
Oh my God. Actually,
So yeah, man, like just the way the PCB is administered, the way it's run, right? Like mediocrity is the order of the day, and it shows in how the PSL's put together and how everything is done, and like how the commentary team is assembled, how the production is done, just from A to Z, right? If you compare it with the tournament that shall not be named,
Redacted.
it's Zameen Asman ka fark hai na?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, IPL is an international phenomenon, right? And PSL is very much a domestic phenomenon. I mean,
But it didn't start that way.
It didn't start that way.
well.
Yeah, I feel like it was huge.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel if
The pitches were good,
Yeah.
the competition was good.
if they weren't
The camaraderie,
overlapping, if they weren't overlapping, like that's the other thing is I'm like, is this a scheduling thing or an ego thing? Because if it's an ego thing, it was a very stupidly done ego thing. But the overlapping of our tournaments, very odd.
I mean, but what do you think the purpose? Like, doesn't that don't our people know that no matter what happens, you're going to get, say, second-tier cricketers or the leftovers from IPL?
That's what confuses me because it's not even that they're picking India; it's that they're picking money. Like this is how they earn money, and that's
you can't blame them for that.
Yeah, and they're making mad money over. Seriously, every time I watch Redacted with a Redacted, they're telling me like it's got ye contract, and he's like, why would they come here? Because we had and could get. I genuinely believe PSL could be massive, but like if you don't care about it, why would anyone else? Like truly, it's not like we can't save it. I ain't got money.
No, you hear about the
I don't even know where they make the hats. You know?
You hear about the money they're making in the IPL and like मैं अपना stroke check करने शुरू हो जाता हूँ कि यार मेरा कोई chance तो नहीं बनता ठीक है but yeah it's
you'll see me as one of those like weird cheerleaders they have like how much money are they making, the ones that like barely move on the side.
Did you see the I don't know if it was a commentator or whoever she was, but the video from yesterday where because they had to cancel the match in Dharamsala, was it? And they're all panicked and quickly leaving the stadium, and there's so much panic going on.
I saw a few of those videos.
Yeah, so I mean, it affected them as well. Okay, even though we had to cancel a match, we canceled one of theirs. Anyhow, let's.
But I think we're so used to canceling things, it doesn't really affect us anymore.
We're more put off if something goes as scheduled. Like, damn it, I didn't want to do this
It's
today.
like how you're so used to load shedding, right?
Yeah.
When load shedding or something like that happens in the States or, one of those countries, people freak out.
Yeah, like they had a blackout in Italy and Spain, I think, like a week or two ago, and it was like, man, apparently, online at least, people in Spain were just on the beach. We don't get to, some people get to do that, I wouldn't get to, but you two probably.
Pakistan, you're right.
And another thing about feminism.
Feminism in cricket.
There was some tweet about this that like someone in India was like, apparently there's been no electricity in this part in Pakistan for like 4 hours, and everybody was like,
no
brother, we know. Like, you can't threaten us with something we don't have.
The perfect answer to this is my friend's village, they didn't have electricity for like 23 hours or something per day, and they get it for an hour. And one guy was complaining, the damn government. The other guy stopped him and said, no, this is your national duty. Atom bomb pa charging bandida. Right? The atomic bomb is being charged right now. That's why all the electricity is being diverted there. So the Indians need to know the reason we don't have electricity is because we're charging our bombs.
Okay. That makes sense.
Hey, don't fact check that. That is the science. And we are all taught that as soon as we enter primary school.
And that's why we can't charge our phones because cable wahan lagi hui hai.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
I'm just picturing a warehouse facility with these silos and just a bunch of USB-C cables running
I was going to say, so many extension cords. Like, you can't even imagine how many
the Chinese actually helped us. We now have BYD car chargers that fit directly into our nuclear weapons.
Oh, wow.
This is going to be cut. Anyhow. Have you seen some of the memes the Chinese have been making?
Oh, man.
There's that one viral video.
Yeah. I mean, it's
The meme wars.
I mean, I think it's a cultural thing. We don't really understand their humor, but it's at least they're supporting us.
Yeah,
Right?
I was like, they're having a good time. Yeah,
Exactly.
I
And
pretended
that's-
to watch when 2 people sent it to me. I was like, longer than 3 seconds. I was like, guys, no way.
And
This ADHD rattled brain, there's no way. But I'm sure it's funny.
It was fun.
Actually, let's get back to the
Yes,
most
sir.
exciting topic, PSL.
Yeah,
right?
this साल नहीं देखा.
ठीक है, it's
Yeah, bus.
yeah, but we can't have a podcast on something we haven't watched.
No,
right?
I'm kidding. I saw Islamabad.
Some breakout stars. Who do you think? Like,
Ali Raza was really good.
okay, Ali Raza,
the 18-year-old fast bowler.
Sahibzada, what's his face?
Sahibzada Farhan looks good.
Yeah, okay.
Sahibzada Farhan looked really good, but Ali Raza is this 17, 18-year-old kid. He's still got like a puberty mustache, but my goodness, yeah, he can bowl 145.
I thought he was going,
plus.
my goodness, what a mustache.
Yeah.
Right?
Homer's like, any week now.
Yes,
Coming
puberty
in
mustache,
strong.
my goodness, what a mustache.
The way the mustache is coming in, this guy is going to be
That-
Unstoppable.
unstoppable. No, but he's immensely talented. He's got express pace. I think he can do some big things if we don't.
Inshallah. See, they should put money into him.
They should put
Protect
Absolutely.
him. That is talent
Yeah.
for all of.
Yeah.
This is what just drives me insane, right? Listen, capitalism is bad, but capitalism is great to like make your country stronger. That's all. Yeah, I can't. What team is he for? Islamabad?
Yeah, he's playing, I think.
One of the PSL
for
teams.
Zalmi.
One of the
Yeah.
PSL teams.
One of the PSL teams. I think no, he plays for Zalmi.
Zalmi, okay.
They have the yellow jerseys, right?
Yeah.
Zalmi has the, I think, either whoever has the black away kit, that is the best kit. It's either, I think it's
Black away
Zalmi.
kit?
Like when they play away from Lahore and Karachi, or they play from there in Multan.
I hope it's not Zami because it just looks like a
me
banana
just-
and then a rotten banana.
Yeah.
That's
I
the only
love
goal.
black kids, though. I
Black-
think they're
black
the
kids.
chicest. So, like, if I had to have a
Yeah,
cricket
the New Zealand team,
The
strong.
chicest?
the chicest. Listen, my PSL podcast was about everything but the cricket. So it was like about the moment. So, like, you know when the camera will catch them.
So
saying-
far, we're doing the same thing here.
So when they would like catch a bad word or something, oh my god, highlight of my week. I'd be like, did you see what he said? And then I would repeat it.
Ali Raza is not 18, he's 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Child labor. We love that also. Big
Child
fan.
labor, we don't let you vote,
man,
but
but-
then even adults can't vote.
Yeah,
No.
there you go. The way the three of us are going missing after this.
Oh no,
podcast.
we've said a lot worse.
Okay, cool.
We've said
Yeah,
a lot.
they have.
Don't take me, I'm annoying.
The thing that's in our favor is that we have 200 subscribers.
Yay.
And so nobody really
So
gets
it's not
that.
gonna
Yeah, it's not
ruffle
gonna.
a lot of feathers.
It's when we go big that they will look into the past,
Yeah.
and then So this is
Pull
going
up
to be
those clips and
a
be
slightly
like,
with a delay arrest.
So Ali Raza's been great.
Okay, Ali
Yeah.
Raza.
He's got oodles of talent. I think he could be a generational type bowler, but once again, he needs to play 4-day cricket. He needs to play Test. He needs money invested in him. Sabah. He
Yeah.
needs to play county. He needs to have a lot of support.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just gonna be another one of those what ifs, like
Yeah.
Rahat Ali, and even though Muhammad Amir did achieve a lot. I mean,
So
thought
I
that
watched
his-
that either it was yesterday or the day before, and he got 2 wickets and 1 over.
Muhammad Amir, yeah,
he
he got
was.
3 or 4.
Then yeah, immediately
Yo,
after there was like
what-
another and another.
What was that celebration that he did where he just like lost his shit?
He's someone I would talk about a lot on my PSL podcast. That guy did not give a fuck.
Muhammad Amir?
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
No, and then you had like Viv Richards go to him, calm down
Yeah,
on
literally.
camera and stuff. It was lovely. This is what PSL
He gets
is
hyped,
doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that about him.
I
Because,
love
like, to me,
that.
it seems like he cares.
Yeah, and then again, because clearly I'm a capitalist monster, but like again, that's someone you can bank on. Like that's
Yeah.
a character almost.
Yeah.
Like that's a part of your
He
roster.
is.
You know, like these. I feel like they have so many fans. Like Pakistani cricket players have so many fans abroad and shit. Not that abroad's the only thing that matters, but I'm just like those are the moments where you're like, this crazy loon.
Some of
We
this-
should have a sweatshirt with his face on it.
So
I'll sell it.
I understand your point on these characters, these stars that you build, and people buy into that persona and everything. But there's one thing that I just can't get over is these these prefixed celebrations that they have, going like that and doing. My God!
Really?
Oh
I love it.
It's become a
Oh
thing
my
that,
God!
like,
This is not WWE wrestling.
You can't pre-rehearse
I wasn't
your
allowed to watch
celebration.
Exactly. Just make it seem natural. Just go.
But maybe that's
I'm
how
with
they
you with
naturally go for it.
But every single time
You're
with
like
the
in
same
a photo, you're
No,
like.
but they're talking about it on social media. Oh, the next time I get a wicket, मैं ये वाला action करूँगा. Or like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
or,
you know what? This is.
What would you do?
Whatever comes to you, man.
Okay,
to me
imagine,
naturally.
boom, you just got me out. What would you do?
Yes.
नहीं
जो मर्जी, you know.
Okay,
like,
well, that's
backflip,
backflip.
somersault.
Yeah.
Look, if we're making
If I
at
just
least
did
make believe
one
that
clap.
I'm in the PSL, then I'm gonna go full make believe, right? And
Yeah.
say that I can do backflips.
I would do the Imran Tahir. I would just run around for a while.
Yeah.
I love Sajid Khan's.
Yeah,
That
I
is
like
the
that.
best.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I think I would just be like, because
I
it's so
enjoyed-
arrogant.
I enjoyed Imran Tahir's because it felt like he was doing whatever came to him in the moment, and he was
Yeah.
jubilant about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people thought it was overboard, but I mean,
Haris Rauf does the like Mario jump in the sky. I like that.
that's a Street Fighter.
Yeah, that was, and then he just flies like 50
But his, I think Hassan Ali, who injured himself doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. See, don't take it overboard, right?
Yeah.
Keep it.
I thought
he was the
is
one
this.
who made it.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he was the one. Like, because of Hassan Ali, everyone started to
Yeah.
rehearse a celebration.
Yeah.
But I do remember when he injured
Imagine
himself.
if the batsman after every six did that.
They should.
feel
They just like twirl the bat like a basketball on their finger. It'd be hilarious.
You know
It's
what I-
entertaining.
I think the two influences that have impacted this. Okay, one is football.
I was gonna say football is
Yeah.
a big one because if you notice
'Cause
when they like fall and stuff, suddenly they're like, yeah, they fell, but they've rolled all the way
All the
over
way.
there, and I'm like, okay.
That and you see like Ronaldo going "Sue," and all of those different things, or what's his face. My God, my memory's gone to hell. But one of the players, he just ends up like this at the end
See,
after
I
a goal.
love
I think it went from there. But it's also I think Fortnite, right? Have you seen the what are the yeah, my kids play.
I know what you're
Sorry, as a
talking
female
about.
woman. No, I'm joking.
I know what
Women
you're
play
talking
video
about,
games.
but I don't have. Yeah.
So they've got their celebrations that are prefixed in it, and once you kill somebody, you do your celebration, something like that. And the emotes, that's the word. We needed a Gen Z here. ठीक है? Look, we'll record it separately and then we'll edit it in, okay?
Whenever we say something funny, just have it playing right here in the corner. I should be
Brilliant.
the director.
It was a
of
big
this.
thing in the NFL, right? When you scored a touchdown,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would go
yeah.
do a celebration in the end
A little
zone.
dance, a little, yeah.
But in American football, like the game is stopped for a while, right? Like everything's, but yeah.
I find football very boring.
That is a joke sport. That is not a serious sport. ठीक है?
I find both
It's fun.
footballs boring.
It's fun as hell.
appreciate the
The few seconds it's on and then they pause it, right? That is throwing a flag and shit like that.
I went to a game and I was like, it's थोड़ा इधर, थोड़ा उधर, थोड़ा इधर, थोड़ा उधर.
I mean, I can appreciate the strategy, athleticism that goes into it. It's a
Yeah.
I watch tennis.
tennis. is
That's
a
the one I
fantastic
like.
sport, yeah.
Although
Tennis
if
is
you're
really
like
fun.
walking on a treadmill or something, it's fun to watch those cycling things, like Tour de France or whatever.
Yeah.
You feel like you're with them. You're like, here we go.
But with tennis, it's a sport that unless you've tried to play it, you don't realize how
Yeah.
amazing the skill level is.
Yeah, and how much it hurts.
Because it looks like
more.
a piece of cake on TV, right? They tuck, bas wo kar rahe hain. But yeah, the level of skill required to hit those shots.
I
is
started playing
unbelievable.
again
Okay.
last summer. I was like, listen, you're rotting, you're old, you need to get active. First day back, and I the vibration of my arm, I was like, I might die. Like, I don't think I can play this anymore. So then I switched to paddle, much easier
You're a
on the
huge
body.
paddle head, aren't you?
I'm a huge paddle.
Really?
But also all these tweets about oh, India thinks this is happening to Pakistan, and Pakistanis, at least one of the cities, they're just playing paddle. And I was like, oh wow, I really am part of this basic cult, because I was like, that is what I'm doing actually. I have a court booked for later today. In fact.
We have these nights, like
Yeah.
in COVID, we all got into cycling, right? Or
No,
at least
I don't know
Lahore
how-
got into cycling.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how to ride a
Lords.
bike. So,
Like what?
It's
yeah.
just another woman issue. No, I'm joking.
Honestly, as a woman, female, I never learned how to ride a bike.
As a
So,
girl child.
It is, yeah, as a girl child that was held back due to my biological misgivings.
Absolutely.
But
Did you grow up in the States?
yeah, but I was still a
She
woman
was still
child.
a girl child.
Yeah.
She was a girl child from
But
Pakistan.
Islamabad also biking was like so big and people
Yeah.
were out on the road.
Yeah.
Women got to be outside, which fun
was-
time. I was gonna say
yeah.
COVID. I was like,
Public
oh, great.
spaces, yeah. It's just
And then I went to go learn how to ride a bike. They had these things set up like every Sunday. They were like, "Come on, women, get on those bikes." And like it just could not figure it out. Like the mechanics.
Wait, you still can't ride a bike?
No, and I would like go forward, and then my legs would just stop pedaling.
If I teach you
No, this
how
is
to
a medical issue.
ride a bike,
You're with a psychiatrist.
legs would stop pedaling.
They just stop. I was like, oh, it's going, and then the legs stop pedaling, and then I flop over. And the instructor was just like so pumped for me. He was like, so close, so close. I was like, dog, it has been 3 weeks. I am not any closer
Is this,
than day one.
so next podcast we'll just teach her how to ride a bike.
I think, yeah, that it should be out in the field.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or we could do it here.
field
right?
Right here.
Right here. No, but I think she needs to get that slow onset paralysis looked at first.
What?
When the legs stop moving, when she can't pedal anymore.
Yeah, the way I was like, are you a
Pedal
doctor?
anymore.
Because that's a terrifying diagnosis.
Yeah.
My brother's a doctor. And I kind of...
Does that come up?
I wanted to
at
be...
all?
You could preface anything with slow onset and it sounds
And it just sounds
Horrifying,
Yeah.
because it's like,
Yeah.
guess what? Too bad, you know?
slow onset millennialism.
Millenniumism.
Guys, tell me something. How has our... I'm sorry. Just last question. How do you feel our as fans, how has our interaction with players or are wanting to be, genuine fans and trying to interact with them and things like that? Has that changed with social media? Do we feel that, PSL has helped in that regard? Or do you feel that, we still have that huge chasm between these amazing, Pepsi mad wale aane wale and hum ghareeb bechare
Well, I
dusre
think
dekhte hi nahi.
social media has closed the gap for any type of
Yeah.
celebrity, really, or any type of
Mm-hmm.
personality. I think I do think our players have very strict rules about
Yeah.
how they can
Yeah.
interact with people because we all come for them. Like they're the ones who laid the ground at the freaking stadium and stuff. So the reason I'm really big in Pakistani cricket Twitter. I'm sure you pay attention to it. It's like
Absolutely.
it can be one of the funniest places like in the world.
Everything.
So that's kind of got where my cricket start because I used to tweet a lot about Haris Rauf because I was like deeply in love with Haris Rauf. And like I think the one that popped off, they were coming back from like Asia Cup or something, and I was like, guys, we should meet them at the airport and like take flowers and stuff. I'll bring my parents. I'll bring the imam. We'll do a pickup. It'll be great. So I did really, this is a long story that has like almost nothing to do with what you're saying. So like I've had this going, okay? Then there was like a group of us who would like always tweet about Haris Rauf, whatever. Then it turns out, and it's announced that he's like getting married or whatever. And I think I had like 1,000 tweets from people tagging me and being like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was just sitting there, right? So then I was like, okay, well,
Nahin, main gham mein hu.
yeah, literally. And I was like, I am not okay.
मैंने सर्फ पी लिया है, ठीक है?
No, so what I did was I made a video of me being like, guys, like, enough, like, stop tagging me. Like, it was all just a joke, but in it, I'm putting a glass, ice, and then Daytol into the glass, and I'm like, so stop tagging me. So then that blew up. And then, so whatever. But then after that, like, I guess the Pakistani overcame the thirst, and I was like, well, now I have to be respectful because he has a wife. So I stopped tweeting about him.
Okay.
About a year or two later, I'm at Islamabad Club because as someone's guest, I'm not an elitist. So I'm there, and they have a sports complex. And we walk around. I saw Shoaib Akhtar running there. So, when you're saying closing the gap, you could probably see Shoaib Akhtar appear anywhere, really, in Islamabad if you look hard enough.
True.
I ran into him playing a cricket match at the UFON ground.
See,
wow.
there you go.
Yeah.
He was playing.
No, he was just running around.
He's
the
so
ground.
fit. Like, he
And,
can run and run and run.
He stopped for an hour and a half. They brought him a chair and he just
That's
watched
not.
and,
Sorry.
and he just watched our game.
Oh wow.
That's nice.
We were playing like a 30-over match. He saw the entire innings.
Wow.
Stopped what he was doing. He took selfies with every single person on the ground. He had conversations with everyone. He made everyone feel special.
Yeah.
He gave tips to people about their games. And I missed the entire thing because it's the only game I batted the entire inning.
Oh my God.
And
he
I
never
missed
Show
got,
Mara.
he never got
Yeah, he
out.
didn't. Shoaib Akhtar was
Okay,
watching.
so there's Shoaib Akhtar running. Okay, so it's already been an exciting day.
Wow.
As he was running, sorry to Shoaib Akhtar, but I was like, man, why can't I ever see the ones that like I have a crush on, right? And I tweeted that too. Then as we're leaving, there's like this car blocking the gate, okay? And I can see these like two youngish, kind of Islamabadi looking guys. I'm already irritated, right? They're men and they're Islamabadi. And they're in there, you know, yup yamare with the guard, and they seem to be having a good time. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? And I'm with my sister, by the way, tail in my hair, just not happy, okay? I've walked my 10K steps. I want to go home. So I blow the horn. I'm like, get your car out of here, right? Because enough. Yeah. I'm the auntie in the situation. The car slowly drives up, right, with the windows down, and Haris Rauf is driving that car. And I literally was like, oh, like I covered my face. And they're just laughing as they drive by. And I just stopped. And like, I've just blown the horn, so I can't just like keep blocking the road. So I had to drive forward. And I was like, sorry, it's Haris Rauf. All our windows are down, and I'm screaming. It's Haris Rauf. He can hear me. So anyways, when you say we've closed the gap, the gap is almost too close. If you ask me, we need to widen the gap.
My God. Maybe that's...
So I like that social media is giving players a voice.
Yeah.
Has it? It has.
It has.
Yeah,
Well, like, I feel like after every time fans get angry, Babar Azam's like, hey, that's enough.
Yeah.
I feel like he does a lot of that.
Do you remember when Babar Azam tweeted, this too shall pass for Virat Kohli? Yeah.
I bring up something so embarrassing during this time.
Why would you do such a thing, man?
Because we're nice.
He tweeted that
stupid
about...
Virat Kohli was
Yeah.
going through a rough patch, right?
Okay.
And this guy goes and tweets, this too shall pass. You don't like... That's a bit
Oh,
rubbing
that's
it in your
fine.
face.
What's wrong with
No,
that?
and then Babar
No,
was
he's just
doing
thinking
really...
He's gonna get over the rough patch.
Yeah. No, so I believe he came from a kind
I
place.
also 100%.
But then Virat and Babar hugged at something.
Yeah.
And then immediately Babar stopped performing well. And then I was like, he transferred it.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
osmosis, he
The-
said it has
the
passed.
curse transferred.
It's passed this way.
The gypsy curse that
He's
was
in
on
now.
Virat Kohli.
Now it's him. And no tweets for him that this too shall pass.
No, Virat Kohli didn't tweet
He
it.
did?
He also did. And so that's why it felt a bit like a tit for tat type thing, right? Because when Babar Azam started going, so he also like a tongue-in-cheek type, this too shall pass. But I don't think that came from a very good place. I felt that was like, acha tumne mere, you've acknowledged my wo as another player, and then anyway, this is my interpretation. I think it's the foreign hand.
Sincerity, because
Yeah.
I mean, you know that Indian and Pakistani players get along quite well.
Yeah.
So
Indians and Pakistanis generally get along pretty
along
well.
really well.
Yeah. Except when we're droning each other. That's the one time when we're not.
But we're not really droning each other. We're
Like,
more
there's
like,
actually a viral trend on TikTok, which is like me with my spouse whose country just attacked my country, and it's all these like Pakistani and Indians being like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like
I saw a few of those.
yeah, I feel like they get along really well. Bangladesh and like all these South Asians.
My
pretty
wife's
much.
Bangladeshi.
Generally get along quite
My
well.
wife's Bangladeshi.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. My best friend is Bangladeshi Christian, and our other best friend is Telugu Hindu. So we're literally like united colors of
You're
Benetton
Sark.
here. Yeah, we are solving the problem. Like literally.
Anyhow, thank you guys so much. There was so much more that I want to discuss, and we could discuss, literally take this anywhere, this podcast. But we're going to call it a day for today, and hopefully have you guys back on.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having. It was fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you
PSL
for
could
watching.
have been better.
PSL could have been better.
Yeah,
When is it over?
it could have been better.
Is
It could have been. Yeah, this one though was the most underwhelming PSL.
Super underwhelming.
Oh my God! Yeah,
They didn't even do the music live on the opening.
One thing that I have to say. Sorry,
Yeah.
last thing.
Yeah.
You know that baja sound that they play after every single boundary,
No.
every single six,
Oh,
every
whatever.
wicket,
That was wrong. That was
Every
British.
over?
Sorry, I'm colonized.
right? That baja is a huge reason why I can't watch the entire game.
Yeah.
Because we've been listening to that baja.
PTSD होना शुरू हो गई है.
We've been listening to that baja for what, 9-10 years, and it's the same one, right?
Yeah.
CPL में 10 साल पहले इन्होंने बोला बाजा बजाया था और हमने बोला बाजा ले लिया, and we haven't found another sound.
Yeah, but I'll tell you subconsciously why it is. When you're driving on GT road or something, पीछे जब बस आती है वो भी वही बाजा
हाँ,
बजाती
वो
है,
भी
ठीक है?
बाजा
And it's about to
बजाती
kill you. So जो PTSD inherent होती है ना, वो निकल रही होती है when you're watching.
It's just
ठीक है?
threatening.
It's threatening.
It's actually
yeah.
state propaganda to keep us threatened. Sorry, I know you just finished
No,
the pod,
please,
but I have to add on to this then because the music in general is so goddamn terrible. Like, we have so much. Okay, you don't want to play music from our neighbors, whatever. But we have incredible Pakistani music, limitless. There's so much you can do. Not to mention our DJs. Like, we have such a huge DJ culture. If you don't want to play the same version of a song, why can't you pick one of them up to do something for you? Like, it's so annoying. Also, we have players from all over the world. Play music from their countries then. Like, why the hell do I need to hear Abrar al Haq, Nach Punjaban for like every other over? I don't want to hear it. For 10 years. For 10 years. I don't want to hear it. Even during World Cup, I was like, I'm rooting against my country. This is crazy.
मुझे ये लगता है कि there is an old uncle जो बैठ के playlist देख रहा होता है and he signs off on it. ठीक है? हाँ ये वाले गाने आप चलाएंगे.
I think you're giving too much credit. I think it's a mainly compilation maker delusions who's like ये तो है ये चलता है.
अच्छा playlist चाहिए आपको PSL के लिए ये ले. अबरार के 10 गाने और
literally.
No, absolutely.
God, they don't even play like amplifier. Play something that'll really ramp us up.
Right? Like, it goes back to that whole crowd, user, fan experience. It's just very ad hoc, very chalo theek hai ho raha hone do, ulte haath se sara kuch kar rahe hain.
When I was at the Karachi game, they played Arif Lohar's Ah. Do you know that song? I want you both to know, I say this with pride, I was in 0.05% of listeners to that song. It was my top Spotify song. I've heard it.
Oh, wow.
It has 5 million views, 4.9 million right here. They played Ah at the Karachi Stadium. The crowd went insane.
Oh,
like, everyone was up and dancing and having a good time. And I was like, yeah, because you played a song that didn't come out, like, before 9/11. Like, please, like, try.
Before 9/11.
Lord, I feel like we're frozen in time. Anyways, thanks for having us. PSL, send tickets. Love when PCB does it.
Final की टिकटें भेज दें.
Yeah.
आ जाते हैं.
Oh my God, we can fly us in. We love you guys.
Listen to the final.
Yeah.
बहुत अच्छा पॉडकास्ट करेंगे आपके बारे में. बहुत अच्छी बातें बोलेंगे. मीठी बातें.
You can sponsor ये सब कुछ आप उनसे वो कर लें, लेकिन हमारे 200 subscribers हैं और if one of them is a PCB happens to be the PCB chairman, he's already heard my views on it, so we're screwed.
But I'm a fan, so
yes.
I also don't need a visa. So just think about those two things.
Oh my God. I don't think men get a visa anymore.
No.
It's gotten tough.
You can get that expensive visa now.
Yeah. मैं मुफ्त के लिए ना जाऊँ दुबई तो.
Yeah, they don't want Pakistani men up in
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
Good job.
Well done. We have done proud for ourselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys. This time I'm ending it and I'm kicking you guys out. Okay, no, but thank you again. Bye.